What's up guys, Jam here. Today we'll be covering the Rom's older sister Hard's complicated side story. This side story is safe for anime onlys. With that being said, let's get right into the side story. We open with Rem and Rom doing chores around the mansion. Sister, please listen to this. Today, Subaru was able to get out of bed. Yes. Sister, I promised to cut Subaru's hair. What kind of haircut do you think would look good on him? He looks wonderful no matter what, but… yes. Sister, just now, Subaru was able to go to the bathroom by himself. Please compliment him. Rom let out a sigh while recalling her conversation with Rem earlier today. These chores were getting bothersome. That too is entirely Barsu's fault. What kind of baseless rumors are you making about me on my first day back on the job? Also, why am I doing all the work while I'm still recovering? Subaru had stopped wiping the shelf and glared at Rom. They were cleaning the guest rooms in the mansion's east wing. It was not a hard task, but it was to help ease Subaru back into working. Rom was also annoyed that Subaru did not know that Rem had spent her entire savings on his brand new butler outfit that he was currently wearing. Barsu is so useless. Honestly, what does Rem see in a man like this? It hurts thinking about it. Can you stop muttering and help out, senpai? I'm doing the best I can. Rom ignored Subaru as he continued to make a fuss. Rom could see that Subaru was moving stiffly and was being cautious. She had overheard from Roswell and Beatrice how serious Subaru's injuries were on the inside. Rom knew that Rem was very clumsy with her heart and worried easily. So although it's true that Rom had hoped that someone would bring that under control. Were you saying something, Rom? Your face is dull. You get ahead of yourself easily. You're not smart or strong. Not only are you broke, you're also reckless. Just so you know, even I can tell that you're making fun of me, you know? Rom ran a finger across the edge of the room's window frame. On Rom's fingertip was white dust. She turned back to Subaru. Barsu, what is this? You're supposed to be taking care of that part, you know? But really, you're even more listless than usual. I'm just guessing, but are you not actually feeling well? Rom sighed as Subaru wasn't wrong. She had exceeded her mana limit during the mob beast incident. Her gaze condition wasn't good and she really didn't have any time to rest. She was sleep deprived and her body felt very heavy. Rom tried denying it, but Subaru saw right through her. Let me see. Subaru had placed his palm against Rom's forehead. Fever doesn't seem quite right. Maybe just a mild fever. It wouldn't hurt just to take a break for today. Ow! Who gave you permission to go ahead and touch Rom? Filthy. Rom pinched Subaru's hand, which caused him to cry out in pain. Subaru started rubbing his hand with tears in his eyes. You little, I'm just trying to show some concern here. You could be nicer about it. Rom doesn't need your sympathy. Also, how could you be concerned about Rom's problem on top of everything else? If you have time to worry about her, worry more about Rem. Rom started to make her way to cleaning the next guest room until her vision went dark, with a loud thud echoing throughout the room. When Rom woke up, she felt a cold cloth on her forehead. This is Rom's room? When Rom raised her upper body on the bed and turned her head to the side, she was greeted by Subaru holding a bowl filled with water. Barsu, you pervert. That's the first thing you have to say after waking up? Rom's clothes have been changed. The sweat has been cleaned from her back as well. How you must have licked all over her body. You think of some very scary things, you know? It was Amelia who changed her clothes and wiped the sweat off. I would never do such a disgusting thing. Is that so? It's not that you caused trouble for Amelia without thinking first then. No matter how much I'll jump at any chance to have any contact with Amelia, when it's time to do what matters, I'll do it. So, how are you feeling actually? The first face Rom saw after waking up was so evil looking it really soured her mood. Tell me about your health, I don't care about your mood. Don't shout at sick people. You really are stupid, Barsu. Well, if you can run your mouth the same as always, then you're probably fine. Here, have some water. You'll be better if you just take it easy for a while. Rom took the water and started sipping. That's unusually thoughtful of you, Barsu. I'm so glad to meet your approval, Rom. If it's just a matter of sleeping, even Barsu could do it. Anything Barsu can do, Rom can do as well. Your abuse never ends. Don't worry about it. By now, there's no way I could get today's jobs done anyway, so I'll just watch you until you go to sleep. Do you want me to hold your hand? Please don't say such creepy things. The thought of you watching me sleep gives me the chills. Is that so? This reminds me a little of long ago. When you say long ago, Rom, does that mean you're used to being tended to like this? Rom let out a big yawn before continuing. Shortly after Rom lost her horn, it was common for her to be bedridden. It was also partly due to being unable to control mana properly, which placed a burden on Rem. Rom recalled how Rem would hold her hand while she was bedridden. Barsu. Rom was then attacked by sleepiness and fell asleep. Sister is sleeping soundly then? Just like a log. Rem noticed that Subaru was holding Rom's hand like she used to. Subaru, are you holding sister's hand for her? Subaru sighs and says he did it because Ram looked very sad before falling asleep. Rem is sure it could only mean that sister has finally accepted Subaru. There's a part of sister that is pretty gentle after all. You could take that in different ways, but basically you're saying she's a bit difficult to handle then. No, that's not true at all. The part of her that's just a little bit stubborn is Precious. When I hear you say that, it really does feel like you two are sisters. Subaru sighs before looking back at the sleeping Ram. You would be cute too, if only you could always look as gentle as this. And that sums up the Ram's older sister hardest complicated side story. Let me know what you thought of the side story in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.